Welcome to For the Win. Today we are talking about LaVar Ball.
For the win! He did it!
As always, I'm Brad, and this is Ray. That's the first time I've ever done that.
We've never introduced.
Nope.
Since like podcast 2, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We don't need to. No one watches.
No.
It doesn't matter.
We got a few.
We've got
is
no
just for
fans.
us.
This is for us. This is a creative outlet.
Yes, and I'll tell you what. Ooh, I'm breaking that. I'll tell you what though. I need things like this because I can talk, man.
Oh God.
I can talk
you can.
forever.
I learned that.
Yeah, forever I can talk. So I need something like this where it's okay. This is a safe spot for me.
Yeah.
You know?
No judge zone.
Yeah, of course. Except for all you people out there.
All 4 of you that download from the website.
Mm-hmm. And once again, thank you. Because you didn't have to. There's 1,000 other podcasts out there, but you downloaded ours. And I hope you continue because we're only going to get better, I think. We're only going to get better.
We're doing. I'm happy with how we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, we won't. Well, we will when we go up from here.
LaVar Ball.
Is LaVar Ball ruining his sons? That's the question.
Okay, so I watched just a little bit of it. How old's his son?
His son is a rookie, 19.
Oh.
He's got 3. Okay, so he's got 3.
Are they all in the NBA? Sure, no.
No. So one is Lonzo. He plays for the Lakers.
Yep. How old's he?
19.
Okay.
One is LiAngelo, freshman at UCLA.
Okay.
And
is he going to be in the NBA?
Maybe.
Okay.
He's not as good as Lonzo or the youngest son, LaMelo, who is a sophomore in high school.
Is LaMelo... Let's say no injuries.
LaMelo will make the NBA.
He will?
doubt. Yeah.
Really? And he's just in high school. Will he go to college first? He has to for a year, though, doesn't he?
Not necessarily. No, you have to be out of high school for a year before.
Oh, but he doesn't have to go to college?
No, but there's a player for the Nuggets now. He's the only one that comes to mind. I know a few have done it. Emmanuel Mudiay. Mm-hmm. He had committed to SMU to play college ball, but then there's like some family situation where he really like needed the money, so he went to China and played it on a 1-year contract.
Oh, really?
And then he just declared for the draft and got drafted like 8th overall.
What?
Even though he'd already played professionally, it wasn't NBA professional. So.
And that's like, it's a completely different game. You know, the NBA and playing in China or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like in fighting, it's like you have 2 major things. You have the UFC, and then you think that right under it is, you know, or like far behind it is another promotion called Bellator, but it's not. It's just like right under it. Like the top guys in Bellator can really, really fight.
Oh, really?
Like the top guys, and they'll have problems with like the top guys, but then you can go to like Japan or something where they don't really test guys. They can do all the steroids they want. You know, so it's like it's not the same. So they can have like an undefeated record, but it's not really gonna be the same. You know?
Yeah, I think that's how the China League is. Like, Jimmer Fredette, do you know him?
Mm-mm.
Top 5 college basketball player ever, I'd say.
Okay.
Goes to the NBA, top 10 pick, and doesn't average over like 4 points a game for like 5 different teams in 7 seasons, 8 seasons. But he goes to China. He scored like 75 points in a game last year. He was the MVP of the league. His team like went to the finals. He averaged 35 points a game.
So it's like a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yao Ming play there?
No.
Ever?
He never did. I think he only played in the NBA.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, so is the dad ruining the career?
Yeah, so that's the question. And the reason I ask that is we're recording this on Friday night, which means yesterday, our time at the time of recording, the Lakers played the Clippers for their first game of the season. The Clippers have a point guard named Patrick Beverley, who is really tired of all the media attention LaVar has been getting and his son's been getting. So he had some crazy quotes. he was just so tired of it. So he's like, I'm gonna play this kid as hard as I can. Like,
and they beat him, didn't they?
Oh, he beat the dog piss out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, Lonzo finished with 3 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, maybe. But the point is, like, he's been LaVar is so crazy. Like, he's been saying things like, I could beat Jordan 1-on-1, like Michael Jordan 1-on-1. Like, he's Kanye Westing it in the end. Okay. He's very aware of what he's doing. Me and Tyler were talking about this earlier. He's a marketing genius, like, no doubt. He talked, not only did he talk Lonzo into the number 2 pick, I thought he was like a top 15 prospect. Number 2 pick, just from the media attention, dude. He was saying stuff like, yeah, my son's the best player in this draft. My son will be the MVP in this league in his rookie year. And he was saying stuff like, my son will only play for the Lakers. And it was like Philly, Boston had the first pick, traded it to Philly. Philly needs a point guard. And they're like, if Philadelphia drafts Lonzo, you won't play. He's like, we'll go to China. What? Yeah. So he talked, not only did he talk his son like 15 spots up in the rankings, he like talked him into LA, into a starting job in LA. They made this shoe brand, like as
big
much
baller brand.
Yeah, big baller brand. Like as much crazy shit as he's talking, like it's working. Like it's that Kanye West, like no publicity is bad publicity in this case. Like just the things he says is crazy. Like Patrick Beverley locked him down last night. He was very physical with him. Yeah, like really, really, really physical with him. After the game, he says, quote, I don't like to say these words, but he says, quote, fucking win, weak ass motherfuckers, don't put that motherfucker on me. Oh, so gosh. Like this. No, okay. So the thing is, Patrick Beverley has never said a word to Lonzo. Lonzo's never done anything to Patrick Beverley. He's a rookie in the NBA. They have no beef. All of his beef is with his dad. They're like, Bleacher Report has been doing these like anonymous surveys with NBA players. They're like, what do you think of LaVar? Like, is he harming Lonzo? And they're like, you're going to see players go their hardest at Lonzo just because of his dad. They're like, if that's what Patrick Beverley did to him, like, just wait till he plays John Wall. Wait till he plays Damian Lillard. Wait till Kyrie Irving. They're like, they have no beef with him. It's all of his dad. Like, that's what they're saying. That's what these anonymous players are saying. They're like, he's put a target on Lonzo, like, before his first game even. And then you see how Patrick Beverley, who's maybe, 30 teams, I'd put him at, like, bottom 15 starting point guard in the NBA. Dude just cooks him, you know? Like they were saying, like, wait till John Wall comes. Like, what's Kyrie going to do? What's even D-Rose going to do to him? Like, it's just, he's talked his son up to such a pedestal that everyone's got a target on him. Yeah, just because all eyes are on them. So which is how he wants it, but yeah. But then again, so you got to think like he's a young kid. I don't feel like he's making too many friends, which is only going to make his stats look bad. His stock's going to go down. However, the big baller brand seems to be doing pretty good. So here's what you got to think. Here's what I'm thinking. So struggle's good for him, but you know, if his stats go down, his stock goes down. If his stock goes down, is anyone gonna really want him? You know, which is not good for the big baller brand either. Because the way I think about it is, okay, yeah, so maybe people are trying to like get at him on the court, and make him look bad, but eventually he's not gonna be playing basketball anymore. He's got to have something to keep up that lifestyle, to like, you know, so he doesn't have to downgrade in life. Yeah. Big baller brand's gonna be there, you know. So I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like he really in the end will benefit from his dad blowing up and becoming like this social media sensation and that big baller brand becoming big. But then again,
how's it really going to affect him in his NBA career? And also, if his stock goes down in the NBA, is that big baller brand stock going to go down too? You know, so I don't know. That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Is he hurting his son or not?
It is a hard question, but like looking at it, the reason that I'm even asking this is it's not LaVar up there saying my son's going to be MVP in his rookie year, and then Lonzo's like, yeah, I got this. It's LaVar saying that, and Lonzo's sitting there quietly. You know, Lonzo said nothing. Lonzo's not a cocky kid. He's like from interviews and what you can tell, he's like a very humble, well-spoken, respectful kid. And LaVar's the one out there like Kanye and it, just pushing it, hyping this kid up. 3 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists or whatever. That's not bad for a rookie debut at all. But because my son's going to be MVP in his rookie year, he's better than LeBron right now.
Yeah.
That's why it's a disappointing debut. That's why Patrick Beverley played him as hard as he's ever played anyone.
It's kind of like if I was to tell you a story or talk about a movie and I love it and I just hype it up.
Yeah.
To where you're like, okay, like it was a good movie, but you hyped it up so much that I can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what
exactly.
I mean?
That's exactly it.
Like it doesn't. It's never going to meet the expectations that I came into it with. You know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you just come into the movie clean slate, you know a little bit about, you know who's in it, you know a little bit about what it is, then it can blow your hair back, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But this is that. Okay, let's look at this huge hype, and then he's good, but he's not meeting.
But without all the media attention, you know. And the thing is, it's not just Lonzo. It's what he's done to the other sons too. It's LiAngelo, I don't think is good enough to go to the NBA, but LaVar has made it to where he will go to the NBA just by opening his mouth. I don't think he's that skilled. He's just a shooter. Like Lonzo is I think Lonzo will have a very good career. He's very Jason Kidd-esque. He's got a funky jump shot, but he's maybe the best pass first prospect we've seen in 10 or 15 years. Like, he sees the floor in a way that other point guards don't. The game's just slower for him. Like, he just understands the game better. But at the same time, like, he, you know, with LaVar talking him up, like, LiAngelo are none of those things. He's got a very prototypical jump shot. Like, he's got a good jumper, and that's it. He's not a big buff dude, you know. He's not like going to be a wing defender in the league. He's not going to be a ball handler in the league. He's going to be a jump shooter, and I just don't think that's enough to get him drafted high from UCLA. But LaVar's mouth is making sure he's going to be drafted, I think, is what's happening. But the one that's really being affected so much more than Lonzo somehow is LaMelo. He's a 10th grader, Instagram star. Like, I follow Bleacher Report, I follow NBA, ESPN, all these kinds of basketball hype pages. He's plastered all over them.
Really?
Like there was one a few weeks ago, not a few weeks ago, last season, beginning of last season. He's so cocky. Like, he gets a tip, he dribbles up, and he points to half court. And he's telling the guy to come out. Like, he finger wags him or whatever and points at half court. The guy doesn't come get him. Just drains it from half court.
Really?
To start the game. He did that like 6 games straight before somebody would start guarding him.
So he's better than his older brother?
No, he's really not. But it's all the media attention. Like, I don't understand. So he's got all that. He's all over Instagram. He's all over Facebook. All over the social media at 15 years old.
You think is he getting internet money right now?
I don't think so. That would affect his college eligibility.
Okay.
But LaVar got his high school coach fired. The guy had lost like 4 games in the last 7 years. Got him fired. You know, just got him fired. And then LaVar pulls LaMelo out of school. Homeschools him. He's going to homeschool him until he graduates. And then the NCAA says he can't have his signature shoe Big Baller Brand announced LaMelo's own shoe. NCAA says, yeah, that's illegal. He can't profit off of that and then still play amateur sports. Whoa. So LaVar was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we'll go to China. So he's fighting the NCAA so that LaMelo, who has had a UCLA offer since the 7th or 8th grade.
How old are you in the 10th grade?
Like 15.
Yeah. So, okay, keep going.
So that's the thing is, like, I think Lonzo's missed the brunt of it. I think LiAngelo's not good enough to, like, really get the media attention. But it's LaMelo that he's killing. Like, the signature shoes announced, whatever. LaVar's like, no, we're eligible. Like, we'll fight you until he plays. Like, to the NCAA, I'm like, what are you talking about? And so he's like, I don't care. Like, I'm pulling him out of school. He's homeschooled until he goes to UCLA. I'm like, holy shit. Like, what if that doesn't happen? You know, what if the NCAA, one of the most powerful corporations in sports, says, no, like, you're not playing. He's not going to play. He's going to go to China and get drafted or whatever, I guess. But it's not going to be the same as if he goes to the NCAA, I don't think. Like, it's crazy what he's doing to affect his son's future. Like, even though he is a marketing genius and he single-handedly talked his sons into being, like, household names within the youth of basketball, because, like, I'm a sub at the school, so I know, like, all these 7th and 8th and 9th and 10th graders. Like, that's all I talk about.
You talk about like today, that kid?
All of them. Like, I came into class this morning, and they were like, dude, you watch Lonzo's debut last night? I was like, yeah. There's like 10 people asking me about it throughout the day. Like, everybody knows Lonzo. Everybody knows LaMelo. But he's, like, ruining his kid, even though he's a marketing genius. Like, he's ruining his son's future at 15 years old.
Man. But you know what? He probably doesn't care. He probably doesn't see it. He probably doesn't care. Because he's profiting so much off of it himself.
Yeah, and don't get it wrong. Like, I think he's a genuinely really good dad. Like, there's been no indication that he's not a good dad to them and he's trying to profit off their likeness. He's just trying to make them as successful as possible by any means necessary, which unfortunately is what he's doing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they may even be more successful if he let everything just play out. You know? Or
not. Like, who knows? Who knows? What if he would have gone to... What if Lonzo... Let's see. So he doesn't hype Lonzo up.
Sorry.
So he doesn't hype Lonzo up. Lonzo's the 8th overall pick. Lonzo goes to Charlotte instead of LA. What's the shoe market in Charlotte? You know? Big Baller Brand doesn't take off in Charlotte. Big Baller Brand takes off in LA. Like... So he doesn't hype him up. None of this happens. Like, we don't know who Lonzo Ball is, I don't think. So at the same time, it's like, I feel like all of our FTWs are like, well, I agree that he's wrong, but I also agree that he's right. You know, like everything we've talked about. Like, I know why he's doing it. I don't agree that that's the way you should do it. But then again,
it's working.
It's working. He's a genius. You know, he's Kanye Westing it right now, and it's working. Like, he's got a big shoe company over it. His son's the starting point guard for the Lakers. He's got 2 sons, 1 son in UCLA, 1 on his way, 2 more sons on the way to the league. Like, everything he's doing is working, but at the same time, I feel like it's very harmful to his son's images, I think.
But I mean, okay, so also you gotta think about, is it really going to... Is his brand really going to be good if everyone shows that kid is not that good? Like they're just going to go after him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, they're just going to go after him.
And so isn't that like a big chink in the armor? Like, isn't that like a huge backfire?
I don't think so, because at least with Lonzo, he's good enough to back it up. With LaMelo, I don't have a huge knock on Lonzo's game like I do the other 2. Like, I think if there's one of the sons that can back up all this trash talk and take, like, these point guards giving him their best game every night, like, I think it is Lonzo.
But he didn't do that good.
Because he's 19 years old going against a 7-year veteran, though. Yeah. One of the better defenders in the league. I don't know. You can't judge it by one game, obviously, but at the same time... Looking at all the shit LaVar's been talking, all these quotes from all these players just ready to play him. All these guys saying that Lonzo already has a target on his back, and then how Patrick Beverley played him last night. I just don't, like, obviously, we'll see how it ends up, but right now, he's marketing-wise, brilliant. Like, what he's doing is great, but when you really look at what he's doing to his sons, I just don't know.
Dang.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, when you got a guy like hyped up enough to say effing win, weak ass mother effers, don't put that mother effer on me. Like, why is he so hyped up against a 19-year-old rookie? Like, it's because his dad's always on SportsCenter yelling at Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Which, by the way, don't even get me started on Stephen A. Smith. All right. I'm not a big fan of him. I like the other guy better when he covers boxing.
That's crazy. More quotes from Patrick Beverley. Continues, weak ass mother effer, bring him out on the court with me and I'll tear his ass up. Like, he just keeps on.
Yeah, was this like Twitter?
In the locker room. This is journalist tweeting what he's saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's just. He says before the game he says he's about to welcome his young ass to the NBA. Like, why is, I don't know. He's just so hyped up against a rookie because of LaVar. I've lost my steam. That's all I got. That's all I got on LaVar.
Oh, man. Yeah, so is there a way to leave comments on this thing?
On what?
On this. Once we post it.
Yes. If you're listening, we post on YouTube, which you can comment on. Apple Podcast, which I don't know how it works. Google Play Podcast, which I don't know how it works. And then Podiant.co is our host site, which I don't know how it works.
Listen, so at least on one...
Man, that's creepy.
At least on one place, tell us. Is he ruining his son's lives or no?
Yeah, because it's really a hard question because it's so easy to like see the Facebook comments like, haha, he's such an idiot, he needs to shut up. Yeah, no shit, but from a marketing standpoint and from a family standpoint, it's just such a hard question.
Yeah.
Like, what he's doing is crazy, but what he's doing is like crazy good. Like, I just don't. So I don't know that I have an opinion on it.
Yeah, that's why I need some input from you all. Is he ruining his son's life or not?
Let us know.
Could go either way.
Could go either way.
I'm scared for all of
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Also, Hayward broke his leg.